Hi guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Miss Nabia. Welcome back to the usual. Hi Bobo, nice to see you back again. I hope you guys are doing okay. Um, Again, Madness Monday, I might as well call it because we're back again with the 90 Days Fiancé Happily Ever After. Sorry, mincing my words here. um Happily Ever After episode. It's season 6, episode 11. So yeah, I mean, I'll just wait for a few more people to come back. Hey Paranormal, thank you for coming. Hey, thanks for joining. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I hope I don't look too crazy, guys. It's condition day for me, so it's all conditioned up and whatnot. So I literally just had to make do and make myself look okay, I suppose, because there ain't no time for looking pretty right now. I'm busy conditioning my hair. So I thought I'll do the review and then I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. Oh, hi guys. Hi Yomiko. Hi Kimberly. Hey GSP. Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing the 90 days. Sorry guys, I have kind of been busy a little bit with life, but I'll definitely be back on it. I promise. I'll be covering on Wednesday. I'll be back with Murder and Moisturize. I'm gonna cover Vanessa Guillen's case. I think it's I shouldn't say not. I think it's that girl who got murdered on the Fort Hood Navy. Is it Fort Hood Army grounds? So yeah, I'll be covering her story on Wednesday. So get with it. Catch me on Wednesday for that. But today I'll do 90 days, like I said. So I'll start with the couples as I usually do. I'll just do the couples all in one. Oh, thank you, GSP. Thank you. You know, we're trying. Um, but I'll start with the couples as a whole, and then we'll just, you guys join me. Ladies, you guys are so interactive in the comments. Come and join me sometimes when I drop the chat, when I drop the link. I mean, you guys should join me. You don't necessarily have to show your face if you're too shy, but, come and join the chat, chime in. You're welcome to do so. So I'll start with, listen, this week I've got some notes written down. It's a lot. I mean, I've got Tiffany and Ronald. Now Tiffany and Ronald, we know their situation. It starts with them jumping into the car. They're leaving. Hey Linda, thanks for joining us again. It starts with Tiffany and Ronald. I've just started, so you haven't missed anything, everybody. Tiffany and Ronald, I mean, Ronald decides to take them Christmas shopping. Now, this man, if we haven't forgotten, barely had money to buy to buy his food shopping, right? Yeah. What is he doing? What money is he spending? I'd never see this man with cash money. Where's the cash money in your hand? He's constantly spending money that he hasn't got, and now you're taking them Christmas shopping. I think, listen, this man has changed his addiction, right? Yeah, from gambling to manipulating the little boy into staying a lot longer. I've had enough. I'm tired of seeing this, how should I say, dysfunctional situation carry on the way it's been carrying on. I mean, Tiffany needs to take her children and go and wrap it up. Like, just call it a wrap and go, because I feel like Tiffany doesn't see the red flags. He couldn't afford to buy groceries. He couldn't afford to buy you the basics when you got there. Now the man's telling you, let's go grocery shopping and let's go spend some more money that we don't have, right? So I'm like, hold on, like, what are you doing, Ronald? Do you even? And Tiffany's there watching him. I'm watching the shopping trolley, while I'm pausing stuff. The man took 3 or 4 sets of what they Christmas bulbs, the ones that you hang on the tree. They didn't look like cheap ones at all, right? Yeah, the things that he, I mean, stuffed, should I say, packed up in that trolley was just too much for any person to want to buy for Christmas. Like, this man was packing stuff up, trying to manipulate that boy into staying a lot longer. That's all he can do right now. All he does is manipulate that boy. But again, I have to pull up Tiffany, and I have to be fair. Tiffany is wrong too, because at the end of the day, Tiffany, in a way, wants out of the relationship. She doesn't want to be with this man no more. But for some reason, she's using the kids to say, I'm going to take the kids away from you. Like, she's just pulling another Devon situation. You guys remember Devon, the way that these women want to get pregnant with men, basically trap them while they're abroad. And then when they decide they've had enough and the man is not, living up to their high expectations, by the way. Mind you, do we have to remind you that you chose a gambler? You didn't choose no upstanding citizen that all of a sudden dropped down from the standard he was living on. You chose to be with a gambler, a thief, a liar, a manipulator, right? Yeah. This man is dangerous. And now you're backtracking, talking about we need to go, I can't be with this man and stuff. Like, I can't deal with her. I can't deal with her. They went to, how should I say it? They went out, the Christmas shopping happened. It came up to, over 10,000 Rand. It was like $600-700, right? This man doesn't have $700 cash to hand, Oh, don't worry. I have my credit card. I'm just like, no, who lives off credit cards? Like, where is your cash money that you've earned? You're supposedly working. You supposedly had money to spend on your bicycle, right? Yeah. $3,000. Where's the cash money that you're supposed to have in your pocket? You're a grown ass man. Tiffany, you need to take your children and go, because at this point, he is one drink away from burning up the passports because you keep telling him you're going to leave. Stop telling him you're not going to stay, because you're pushing him to do things that I feel like is pushing, like, desperation. He's going to do some moves out of desperation, maybe keep you there, like I said, burn your passports, beat you up. Listen, you need to be careful, because this man, the way he sits there and looks at you, he's very resentful towards you, because he feels that you're always putting him down. He can't seem to do anything right. Every time he speaks in the confessional, he can't see. Sorry, guys, I'm sitting on my bed because I'm kind of confined to my bedroom at the moment. I don't want to keep coming in and out because the kitten wants to play. So I apologize, guys, but I keep moving and it kind of keeps moving around. But yeah, like I said, I feel like this girl is I don't know. She is manipulative. He's manipulative. He doesn't have a healthy relationship with money. Then Tiffany decides to, vent out to his mother, out of all people, and tell her that she might leave. Again, you're doing it again. Stop telling people your plans. If you're smart, you will quietly pack your shit and just go. You can't be telling them you're going to leave, because you're pushing a reaction out of this man. You know what I mean? And then the grandmother says, you know what? I'll take the kids to make your situation easier, blah, blah, blah. So she decides to have the kids for the night. They go out for dinner. And even at dinner, they can't get on. They have no communication skills whatsoever. Between the two of them. And it's like, what are you like doing? How did you like even get together? Was it just all physical and about sex? Like, what are you like doing? And then, I mean, the son, it was cute how she explained to the son that mom and dad had a special kiss with the private parts. I thought that was kind of cute, me personally. But Tiffany is just too much. I can't deal. Her expectations are too high off of somebody that her expectations should have been there. If he should I say, exceeds those expectations, the normal ones that you would expect somebody to have, that's a gambler and an addict and all of these things, right? Yeah. Then you should be like, okay, he's outdone himself by getting himself a little flat, by getting himself a place to stay. You know what I mean? You can't expect him to do much more than produce, a bloody negative photographer room. You know what I mean? That room is so bloody dark. I just can't get over that. Like, I'm done. Now, let me jump to Mike and Natalie. Now, Mike and Natalie, my Wi-Fi better not be acting up because I see my TV, Chromecast. Okay, that's fine. Mike and Natalie now, here comes Mike. Natalie left him, went to the surgery on her own, right? Yeah. So now he doesn't know where she is. He's on the phone to her. They catch him in a taxi, wherever he ends up going to the doctor's office, right? And looks around for her, finds his truck eventually, and decides, you know what, like how she doesn't want me there anyway, I'm going to get out, jump in my truck and take the truck back to s6ep. Now he goes, gets in his truck and leaves. I mean, this relationship is just petty to a different level. He's petty, she's petty. They're both ignorant. They're both stubborn. Like, I just can't. She has her surgery on her nose. I can't seem to tell whether it's a nose job or actual surgery. I don't know. You tell me if I'm being a bit too judgy, but I don't know. I don't know what she did to her nose. She said she can breathe better now. I don't know. Maybe some problem with her sinuses. But I mean, I'm more concerned, like, where is the pet rat? It hasn't made an appearance since. Did it pack up his little backpack and say, you know what? This is crazier than the pet shop. I need to get back to the pet shop. Like, this rat don't even want to be involved in this situation. They are a mess. They are a complete mess. Natalie and Mike, just stop it. It's torture. It's bloody torture. If you two, like, talk about certain things one more time, I can't deal. I can't deal. Then let's jump to Angela and Michael. Now, here she goes again. Per usual, we're getting the verbal abuse. We're getting the abuse upon abuse, right? That she's given Michael. Michael's had enough. He's clearly been ignoring her calls. So you kind of get the feel that he's kind of just had enough. But putting up with her, though, for the green card, isn't he? Like, he's still putting up with her for the green card. So I don't know, like, Mike, your tolerance must be high because, right at this point, she is chopping away at your manlyhood, like chopping away at there's nothing left. What is going on? How are you allowing her to constantly treat you like this? And TLC needs to get her out of off the TV, because I'm done hearing her talk to this man like this. I've had enough with her talking about she loves Michael and how he makes her smoke cigarettes. Like, I loved how Michael said, really? Like, really? He doesn't make you smoke no 20 pack a day. You do that all by yourself. Way before you met him, you've been doing it for 40 years. So stop the games. Stop the emotional gameplay that you do. You're not winning. Michael can see through the bullshit. He's just about hanging on so he can get his green card, right? It's just, I can't. Angela needs to go. TLC needs to get her off the TV because I can't deal with her. And the way that she said, actually, before I finish with her, the way she said, this is America, the land of the free, that gave me racist vibes. This woman went all the way to Africa, to find the blackest man going, right? You're the most African man you can find, but then you got the nerve to speak to him like he's some slave. Like a slave. You're in the land of the free, like America is some big place. Listen, right now in the world, America is the last place people want to be. So just dim it down a little bit, because the image that America is portraying these days, it's embarrassing. So, and I'm sure you guys will all agree, it's not right. So you need to stop talking about the land of the free and all of this. Just the other day gone, people were standing on people's necks. Okay, police officers were standing on human beings' necks. Let's not forget. So let's not do that. Talk about America this and America of that. America, long time hasn't been the land of the free for people. Okay, so let's not even get it twisted. Let's not even go there about the land of the free and the land of the free. Bloody ridiculous. I don't want to swear on here, but she just annoys me, man. Now I'm going to jump to Yara and Jovi. Cute, the baby is 3 months old. It's growing. I mean, the little girl is so cute, Mila. You've got the grandparents there. They all went to pick him up from the airport. I mean, this week, I can't really say much about Yara. Yara didn't really have the stink attitude that she usually has towards Gwen. So I think with Yara, it's like, she's raising the baby. She's doing all right now. She's moved into the new home. He doesn't know where they're living. They go up to the house and he's like, bloody hell, like, this is in the middle of nowhere. Jovi's not used to being, in the middle of nowhere. He wants to be 10 minutes away, like he said, jump in the Uber and being able to go to the bar or club or whatever. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for him. He didn't really look that happy, the way he said he has to be able to choose where he wants to live as well. I mean, I agree, but at the same time, you left, most of your relationship, you're gone anyway. So who are you to then tell her, accommodate my feelings, please? Like, please, this woman practically gave birth on her own. and had the baby by herself, you know, from the beginning with no support. You know, in the beginning is kind of when you need support in a way. You know, again, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit because I'm always on Yara's case. You guys know that. But this week I thought, you know what, fair play. She moved into the new home. She got new furniture. She said, you know, she didn't like the old sofa apparently because, you know, it was nasty and dirty, she said. So that went, and yeah, I mean, good for them. Let's see how that goes. I don't think Jovi's going to be very happy there, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, he just needs to be around his daughter at this point and just enjoy his daughter really, and the quality time that they should be having. And then I'll jump to Julie and Brandon. Now, Julia and Brandon, they took out a lease on a flat. You know, they left the house. Well, they're gonna leave the farm. They took the parents to go see this flat. They didn't know that they'd already signed the contract, the lease for the apartment. Now the parents get to the apartment. Betty's already commenting, like, she was being actually very negative, I thought. Oh, is this the bedroom? Oh, is this the kitchen? It all looks the same, the dad said. You know, duh. It don't look like 1950s farm, does it? Betty and what's his bloody name? Ron, is it? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Like, come on, parents. It's a modern apartment with modern amenities. Like, I don't understand. Everything's white and bright. Grey on white is always nice. You know, my living room's grey and white. It's nice and modern. Like, I don't get it. Like, the mom is just very negative. The dad, I think they are so used to manipulating their own son into moving how they feel he should move, that now it's such a challenge for them to see another woman kind of taking over Brandon's brain and making him move in her direction. I mean, that is usually what happens, isn't it, people, when people fall in love? I mean, usually people listen to the person they're falling in love with. So allow your son to grow. Let him go out and be a man. Like, let him take a chance, grow. Maybe it will be the best thing he ever did, and he will be, you know, a better young man for it. And if not, he can always come back to the farm and tell you guys he's going to work there for free. Because at this point, you know what, Betty and Ron, it's looking like the two of you were using this, your son and his girlfriend, right, yeah, to work on your bloody farm. Because the way that you said, oh, can you guys hear the fireworks? People are doing fireworks. I apologize. Clearly celebrating something. It definitely isn't celebrating England, because England lost. Woohoo! I was for anybody but England to win. I'll be honest. I was done with the flags hanging everywhere. I was just so over the football. I was so over it. I've got neighbours that just moved in, and in the 12 years I've lived here, nobody's ever hung up flags, and now they're hanging up flags every day. We weren't with it. The neighbours were not feeling it at all. So our football season is done, the European Champions League. But anyway, not going off subject. So yeah, I mean, let your son live. Let your son live. I don't understand. She looked very awkward in the heels. It looks like she don't know how to wear heels, is what it is. She's used to wearing wellies all the time on the bloody farm because she's walking through bloody crap all day long. You know what I mean? But come on, like Ron, that he doesn't have to involve you with everything. I understand you want to be involved in everything because you can't seem to let go. You've been involved in everything for over 25 years. Let the boy live. And if he makes a mistake and can't handle his bills, I'm sure he'll come running and tell you guys that he's got to come back. So just let him be, man. Then let's go to Andre and Elizabeth. I mean, Andre and Elizabeth, this family, Chuck's family, is disgusting. I mean, the definition of just ignorant, uneducated, don't have no common skills, no social skills. It's just disastrous. I mean, this man is still driving the RV like a bloody workman, right? They ain't paying him, by the way. They're paying him in BS is what they're paying him. An earful of BS. This man is still driving the RV. You know, they are still arguing, you know, beefing about different things. They get to this Airbnb that supposedly Libby had booked for the family. They get there and there's no space for the RV to park. Now, Andre is going mad at Libby, him and Thomas. Thomas, by the way, now I know his name. is the sister Rebecca's husband, the one who never talks. He finally gets involved and talks and says, there's no way we can park here. He's booking a hotel, right? Yeah. And off they go to a hotel. Now the girls are upset because they're like, Libby put in all this effort, blah, blah, blah. You know, Libby is another one. One minute you want to love on your husband and stand next to him and defend him against your family. But the other hand, you're actually on the other side with your family talking crap about your own husband in front of your bloody children. Why are you guys always swearing in front of the children? You like all need therapy. Go to therapy and learn how to work on your communication skills as a family, as a whole. Because for some reason, all I hear that from Andre's mouth is beep, beep, beep. Every other word is a beep. It's just a beep. I can't deal. And then the fact that this family is constantly gaslighting this man. Every occasion that they get together, they are gaslighting Andre to react and act like a fool. Now, Andre's not having it. We all know Andre. Andre will knock them all out, right? Yeah. They get to this house. Anyway, long thing. They get to the hotel, blah, blah, blah. The kids couldn't sleep. You know, between Libby and, no, is it Jen and Andre, there's always tension there. It just seems to me like the husband, Thomas, wants to keep the peace, you know. But I'm glad Thomas spoke up and stood by Andre this time. First time he ever spoke, in my eye. But anyway, they get to this auntie's house now. The auntie now decides, you know, to talk to them and be like, you know, how is things? How is everything? They then, you know, all of a sudden, I should say, the siblings decide to mention that, didn't you know that he joined the family business? Again, they are gaslighting this man, talking about how he's going to join the family business. And did you know that he asked daddy for money? And did you know this and this and this? And did you know? And it's like, the sister is like, hold on, I didn't know all of this. You know, I didn't know all of this. What's going on? And, you know, the sister isn't happy as it is. She's like, Chuck has paid for all the wedding, so why is he doing all these things for this man? But what she doesn't understand is Chuck helped all his other kids, and Andre pointed that out, right? Yeah, and said, you helped everybody, so what's the point? Then we find out actually that the way Chuck started his business is by borrowing from his own dad and sister. So Andre proved the point. There's nothing wrong with borrowing. It just has to be done in the right way, you know, and I agree. But did you not notice that dirty blonde looking girl who was there drinking beer, you know, throwing him under the bus, talking about he wants to just jump in and not work his way up? That dirty looking trailer trash of a girlfriend. Typical what I would put with Charlie, because Charlie is trash anyway, right? Yeah, Charlie is trash. You know, you can't beat Andre in a fight on one. If they went outside, Charlie is getting beat, but he always has mouth in front of the family, always wants to give Andre mouth. I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. It's just too much. I can't. Andre is just, should I say, Charlie is disgusting the way he moves. Sometimes when I look at him, I think, hold on, are you sure you weren't on the January 6th bloody march down the Capitol building? Like, you look like you're those people. You look like you get drunk and you're out here like a hooligan, right? Yeah, acting a fool, Charlie. So, no, Charlie is the bloody instigator here. The auntie had had some audacity telling bloody, what's his name, Andre, to calm down, because at the end of the day, the family is gaslighting him all the time. The family is gaslighting him. You know, what does the bloody girlfriend do? Does the girlfriend work in the business as well with her pink shirt? What does she do? That's what I'm wondering. It's just ridiculous. Then we get to Kalani and Asuelo. Last but not least, we've got Kalani and Asuelo, and sorry, my phone was ringing then. They are in the car on the way shopping for they are in the car shopping for a new for a new car, because Asuelo had an accident, remember, not long ago. They went out shopping for a new car. Now, remember recently they went out to shop for a new house, right? But now all of a sudden she says they can't afford to buy a house because they have to go and buy a car because he needs a new car. Now, hold on. If you were just one car away from buying a house you shouldn't have been thinking about, but like you need spare money to buy a house. You can't rely on money that you then just put down and say, oh, my wages will pay the way. You need spare money in case things go wrong. What if you lose your job? What if, just like what happened now, he got into a car accident, right, and couldn't work for a couple of months? What would you have done if you were stuck in a mortgage already? You would have been like in the shit, right? So you need to think about what you're doing, Kalani. I know everybody wants to dream, but you need to think about what you're doing, really. Hey, Lavan, thanks for joining. So yeah, I don't know, but anyway, they go and buy this car. As they're looking for the car, Asuelo decides to get a thingy car, a minivan, talking about he wants more children. She looks at him like, hold on, like, pump the brakes, like, what's going on? She doesn't want any more kids. She's like, I don't want no more children. Like, they're kind of arguing in front of the salesman. She could have easily told him, yeah, you know, laughed it off, whatever, and spoke to him after, but she decided to have it off with him right in front of the salesman. And then you know, she says she doesn't want to have children. She's just weaned the children. They're still on her bloody breast, right? Yeah, so I can understand what she's saying. She just is getting them off her breast. So leave me alone. You know, let me just be me for a while. And then, you know, it cuts to him dancing, doing his traditional dancing, Samoan dancing with his children while he's FaceTiming his mom. Now, I thought the mom and the sister would be in this episode, but they weren't. They're stretching it out, obviously. They're in the next episode. So the mom is telling him that she's going to come over with Tammy. He's like, I don't want to see Tammy. Like, they only lived a couple of hours away, he said. But since that fight that we saw, they haven't really been interacting or been visiting each other. So the mom said she wants to come. He's like, he doesn't want to see his sister. So whatever, I'll rent you a hotel. And oh, it's raining really bad. I'll rent you a hotel and you guys can stay in the hotel. And the mom's like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. And that was about it really with them. It wasn't really interesting. But the preview, now I'm going in, and now the time has started to go in on Yara. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in on her just for a moment, and then next week I can go in on her some more. Did you guys see the preview? And please tell me, right? Did I see this correctly and hear it correctly? Was Yara getting ready to kick out his family because the baby was going to bed? Please tell me I heard that wrong, because this girl has some nerve. Did she say to the family, stand over them and tell them that they've got it? Basically, the baby's got it. Mila's got to go to bed at 6-7 o'clock. And the mum said, are you kicking us out? And then it kind of cut at the preview. Did I hear her say? Like, I cannot believe this. I cannot wait for next week, because I need to see this rude, ignorant, right, yeah, girl. Right, see, I knew it, Bobo. I knew it. I knew I heard her say it. I need to see this girl. It's disgusting. If she did that to that family, Jovi needs to bloody pull her aside and tell her about herself, because that's out of order. That is the audacity to treat his family the way you're treating them after they did everything for you while this man is away working. Oh, I can't with this girl. This girl has got me annoyed. Listen, don't get me wrong. She was cool in this episode from what we saw, but the preview, I don't deal well with treating your elders like crap. Like, I don't know. We're not doing that. And especially your in-laws that are helping you out. Right? The time has come, everybody. I've dropped the link. Let me go through some of the comments, you guys. I know you guys were saying quite a lot, but I like to get through these. Maybe next week I'll try something different, and every time I do a couple, I'll go through the notes a little bit, through the comments a little bit. But again, hey everybody, thanks for joining. GSP, Linda, Yamiko, Paranormal. I haven't had a chance to see the recaps. I do apologize. No, it's fine, Paranormal man. Listen, life is life. You gotta live, and yeah, you can catch up on the replay and whatnot. Yeah, it's not a problem. Yep, You do remember Devon. Women, like, come on, guys. What do you guys think about these women getting pregnant, knowing what it entails, and then denying the kids and saying, I'm going to leave, and kind of using that against the dads? Like, what do you guys think about that? Because, you know, I'm surprised he had credit. Hey, Hector, I didn't see you there. Hey, Lorraine. Exactly. I'm surprised he had credit. For him to be out here running around with a credit card, it's just, yeah, I can't. Poking the bear. Is that Andre you're talking about? I'm assuming. I believe they're gaslighting Andre. They're always gaslighting Andre. He is going to snap. Oh. I'm, I bet you that's Ronald you're talking about. Not, just like my papa was crying because he wants to play. Yeah, I can't deal with this. You can't have two stubborn fools together. They don't communicate well. The rat's probably run because he doesn't like the chaos. Yeah, I agree. The rat's probably run because he doesn't like. Oh, 100% Yamiko. Come on. From your name, I'm assuming. Let me see your picture. Yamiko Marshall. It sounds like an African name. He's definitely putting up for the green card. You know what you're talking about. Come on. We know he's putting up. He's putting up till that paperwork comes through. Oh, he's the John Wick of getting a visa. Yep. Oh, thank you, Paranormal. That was about the racism, wasn't it? Yeah, man, I can't take Angela. The more I look at her, she might as well just put the Confederate flag as her wallpaper at this point. It's ridiculous. Mike, the best he can do is not pick up the phone and ignore her. That's all. That's his moves. Like Jovi, I don't think Jovi's gonna last there at all. He could have done, couldn't he? I mean, that shows you crazy cat mama. Let's just talk about that point, guys. He could have gone apartment shopping and told her, babe, look at these places, get yourself ready to move at such and such date. But I feel like what it is with Jovi has so lived for Jovi. Remember, he's so like being spontaneous, living how he wants to live. If he wants to pack up and move within a week, he will do so. But now it's like you have to consider your family and this whole baby that you guys have. So I agree. He could have definitely been a little bit more mature and looked for an apartment instead of telling her while she had a baby. I mean, more for her, because you're not leaving me with a newborn baby and then have the nerve to tell me from wherever you're working from, babe, pack up the apartment like now, ASAP and move. No, you're not gonna. No, he fooled her. And the reason he can treat her like that is because more for you, Yara, you chose this life. If you wanted an American girl, right, yeah, he could have got one from down the road, but he didn't want that because an American girl wouldn't put up with his BS. Okay, so you need to just swallow it and take it with the lifestyle, I suppose, because I'm assuming the man, he was gone for how long? He was gone for, sorry, let me sit up straight and not hunch so much. He was gone for what, 3 months? So I can only assume he made a good amount of money, like maybe $15,000, $20,000. We don't know. I don't know what he earns out there, but they made good money. She doesn't want her baby to leave. That's all there is to that. Yeah, that's Betty, isn't it? Yep. You know what? The shoes. I saw that she was wearing something. I'm gonna have to look back on the shoes that you're talking about. Was it like a kitten heel? Like a kitten heel? The family be picking up on him too much. He is gonna snap. 100% he's gonna snap. He is gonna snap. She told them to leave because the baby had to sleep. Who does that? Who does that? Like, Guys, come on. Who does that with Yara telling them to leave because the baby's about to sleep? Put your baby to bed. People being in the house is, how do you say it? White noise anyway. I can't deal. I can't deal. I can't deal. No, it's just too much. It's just too much. Are you guys all that shy? Nobody wants to come and join me? What else was on there that you guys think maybe I forgot to mention? Let me know. I do think I spoke about all the couples. Mike and Natalie, Angela, Yara, Jovi. Yeah, I didn't see much of the preview. All I saw is yeah, all I saw is you feed your babies, don't worry. But I mean, what do you guys think of Michael and Natalie? The way that, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. He took her, mind you, he picked her up eventually, right? Picks her up, she gets in the car, they go home. Actually, she tells him, the first thing she says to him is, I'm hungry. I'm very hungry, Michael. Can we go eat something? He's like, okay. Didn't take her nowhere to eat. He took her straight home. She then said, can you boil me some potatoes? Don't take the skin off. Some cheese on top. And what did she say? Some pickles and mushrooms. Now, I don't know. Listen, to each their own, but yeah. Yes, Bobo, I agree. To each their own. But I mean, really, what are we eating? Like, we're eating boiled potato with grated cheese on top, um, gherkin, she said, pickles, and mushrooms. The mushroom looked like some, I don't know, like Eastern Europeans, I know they like a lot of pickled shit, right? Yeah. They like a lot of jarred stuff. They like to jar, they like to pickle their own stuff as well a lot of the time. So I don't know. It looked like the mushrooms were those type of mushrooms that sit in pickled water all day. You know, like the ones you would buy in a jar or in a can. Is it a can? There you go. Yes. I don't know. I don't eat mushrooms, but the way they looked, it didn't look appetizing. It looked like the one you would go and pick from the side of the road. I mean, loving nature is one thing, but eating nature is another. I mean, no, thank you. I will pass on that any day. I can't deal. The canned mushrooms. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. I couldn't deal with canned mushrooms. Not at all. Not at all. And I don't know. I mean, who else? I mean, what's it called? Elizabeth's family is just gonna keep gaslighting him. I want to see that fight. I want to see how Andre's gonna kick his ass. I, I want to see all of that good stuff. I need to see like, uh, Tiffany Tiffany, I can't deal with the fact that she's there with two children and can't see that this man is manipulating your child against you. She said it. It's not fair. He uses Daniel to make him be excited about being here for Christmas. Well, tell him to stop using our son, actually, my son, because he can claim him all he wants, but you're not his dad until you fully adopt him, right? Yeah. He has to step up, right? Her son can't be manipulated. You can't allow your son to be used. But again, you're using them as well, Tiffany. You're the one kind of using the kids as a leverage to say, step up or I'm going, step up or we're out the door. Like, that can't be good either, can it? If you're, why would I put in any effort if you're already out the door anyway? You're constantly telling me you got one foot out the door. Why would I put in any effort? When he sits there across her, you can see he's bitter because even the way he portrayed her to the waitress and said she's picky. What did he say? She's difficult. You don't do that. That's your whole wife, right? You don't do that in front of people. Why would you make her, belittle her or degrade her in front of anybody? Like, that to me, it shows Ronald likes to be in control, but the fact that he isn't in control is what's driving him crazy. And then the way he said, I'm the man of the relationship, and then she in the confessional a second later says, I'm the man. I'm the man. She doesn't know no man in the relationship. She's the man in the relationship. That already tells you, like, Tiffany constantly makes him feel demasculated, because a lot of men can't handle straight talk. When you're telling a man you're moving like a bum, right, yeah, and you ain't got a job and you need to step up and help me look after your bloody children, a lot of men feel like that's a stab at their masculinity, right? Is they feel like you've taken something away from them. The fact that she can go with her passport and leave, the fact that she's got the money to support herself at the moment, like, furthermore, what does she even do? Oh yeah, she does the makeup, doesn't she, online? The makeup tutorials. I don't know, she's a makeup artist, I think. She always looks nice with her makeup, I must say. You know, she looks cute, but I don't know, like, come on. You need to just wrap this up now, because this man is way too obsessed with the idea that you're going to stay there for long term, and we all know you're not. You're not staying in South Africa for long term, unless you're some millionaire and can provide her some house on the coastline, right? Yeah, living up on the hills. She's not staying in South Africa living in the slums. Let's be real. Why would you opt in for the slums when you're living in a lovely home in America? Any dumb person can tell you that America probably is a better option for her and her children. So I don't even know why Ronald thinks there is going to be a relationship if his visa doesn't come through, because I don't think he'll have a relationship at all. And, you know, again, Angela, do we know who she used to go out with? Do we know the type of people she used to date? Because I would love to hear from the people that she used to date, because I bet you it didn't last longer than a couple of weeks. There's no way an American man is putting up with that BS from her, the way she's cussing. And the only reason women like her go to look abroad for men like him is to be in control and to treat them the way she has been. Imagine, we're watching this on camera, you know. Mind you, TLC has edited probably the best bits from all the BS that she, you know, puts on this man and spreads around. Just miserable. This woman is so miserable. It shows in her face. It shows in her skin. It shows in her attitude. It shows in everything. It shows in your hair. You see, your hair shows how bitter you are, Angela. You're just not happy. And for the fact that this man is not kissing your bloody feet. See, I nearly swore there. I nearly swore. The fact that this man is not kissing your bloody feet, right, yeah, is what you kind of feel is wrong. You've abused him all the way through and he was still kissing your ass. Now that he decides that, you know what, I'm not doing it no more for a couple of days, all of a sudden you feel like, why ain't he checking up on me? Why isn't he doing this? Why isn't he doing that? And it's like, really, come on, man, come off it. Come off it. Come off your high horse, okay? Your high bloody donkey, right, yeah, that you got in your trailer trash wherever you stay, Angela, because that's how you come across, the lowest form of human being when it comes to Americans. This is why people look at America like a fool. Between you and Libby's family, I mean, you might as well just wash your hands off it, innit? Just wash your hands. And the image they portray is disgusting. And if people who aren't that aware of certain things in America are watching this, and I'm sure there are many, this is the representation that they're getting. It's just, I don't, listen, she said that he cusses her as well, but can you blame him at this point? Can you blame him? If a woman is telling you, F you, B-I-T-C, F you, B, F you, wouldn't you say something back? You'd be saying, F you, B. Like, come on. Psh. F you, psh. That's what I can't be swearing. That's what I need to be. That's what she needs to be. Like, come on. That's what you'd be saying. You'd be telling her, F you too, you fat ass, this and that. Like, come on. Come on. She's the type of woman that will turn around and call him a black bastard. Right, yeah. I'm sorry. Is that sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. I shouldn't have said that. Crap, I let that slip. I said that quite strongly as well. I'm sorry, guys. But I think she's that typical white woman that wants to lay with you when she wants to lay with you when times are good, but when things are not going good for them, or when she feels upset or angry, he's the reason her life is a mess. Is he the reason for your turtleneck also? Is he the reason for all of this? Like, is he the reason for all of? Is he the reason for all of this dry, brittle hay stuff that you call hair that you got on your head? Like, is he the reason for everything? You just want to blame somebody? That's the reason I ain't got a man. I don't want a man. She said, you do want a man because you went all the way to Africa to find one. Let's not get it twisted, Angela. Stop lying to yourself. You do want a man because you went all the way to Africa to find him. So let's not even, pretend we don't, Okay, thank you. Oh, for a moment there, I thought you were offended, crazy cat mama. Sorry, I don't, it's all love. I'm just saying my opinion. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. But no. Oh, you're not offended. Okay, thank you. Yeah, there is bad people here everywhere. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this week was interesting. It was a nice little warmer upper. I mean, they let us hang in last week, didn't they? I didn't even know there wasn't an episode on. I looked for it and then I couldn't find one. So I was a little bit surprised there was not an episode there. But let's see what happens next week. I mean, I'm waiting for the knockout fight between Kalani and Asuelo's family because we know that's what's going to happen next week. So that's my favorite saying. What's your favorite saying? I don't know what I just said. I said so much. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm going to wrap it up today. Thank you, guys. Usually we go on for ages. I might as well call it a night. So what I'll do is, yeah, like I said, on Wednesday, I'll be covering Vanessa Guillen's murder. The young lady who was a Navy, was it Army or Navy? I have done the research, but I need to look into it because I was supposed to do it last week. Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite saying? No. Thank you, Danielle. Actually, that is the statement of the day. That is the statement of the day. Thank you, Danielle. Speaking the truth shouldn't offend you unless the truth fits. So that's a great statement to end the show with. Thank you so much. Catch me on Wednesday. Like I said, she was in the army. Okay, yeah, thank you. I need to look up the notes I had on her. Yeah, so I'll be talking about Vanessa Guillen and Heads Up. Now, next week, I think maybe on Friday, Saturday, I'll do a first 48. But the week after on Wednesday, the next Murder and Moisturize after Vanessa Guillen, I want you guys to hit up Netflix, check out this documentary about this woman who her name is Elise Matsunaga. She shot and dismembered her rich husband in Brazil. Now, this case is really interesting, really, really interesting. Check it out. It's 4 episodes. They're about 50 minutes each. So let's say an hour each, yeah? Just under an hour each. If you're cooking or cleaning the house or whatever, try and watch it. I'll give you guys a week and then we'll do that murder the week after. It's so interesting. There's CCTV and all sorts on this case. It's kind of like a similar documentary to, the one with the girl who got lost in the Cecil Hotel. It's kind of like that, like a proper real life documentary. I love true crime. So join me on Wednesday for Vanessa Guillen, and then I'll do an update on what I'll be doing next week. I'll remind you guys to watch this. But check it out on Netflix, like I said. Her name is Elise Matsunaga. It's called Once Upon a Crime. Once upon a crime. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys, please. I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up for me as well. Don't forget to hit that notification bell also, so you don't miss another live. So yeah, I'll definitely be back on Wednesday. So catch me on Wednesday. Look after yourselves. Stay hydrated and all that. And, you know, I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. So yeah, take care of yourselves and catch you guys on